How's everybody? My name is Ben, and welcome to a super last minute video because right now it's like Thursday at 3, and I'm literally going to see Sonic in about 3 hours, and I just completely forgot to showcase these figures until now. I guess I thought I already did, but I haven't. So yeah, how's everybody? My name is Ben, and welcome to my Sonic the Hedgehog minifigure showcase. Now, I have some explaining to do because I can never start a video without talking for 10 minutes. But, so, I never make customs before a movie comes out of that movie. People will know that if you've been on my channel long enough. But Sonic, I exclude Sonic because, first of all, I'm super excited for this movie and I really wanted to make them as soon as possible. And second of all, basically, the original plan was I was actually going to make figures for the old Sonic, or actually, before they announced the reboot, I was going to just make figures for the Sonic games, because I was not excited for the movie. I was really disappointed with the animation, so I was like, hey, I'll just make figures for the Sonic games. You can watch those up there. I probably already put them in the little thing in the top there that you can click. Yeah. So that was my plan, but now that they redid the movie, I actually, enjoyed how Sonic looked and wanted to make a figure of Sonic. So I did, so I made him, and he's here now, and I'm custom reviewing, and I'm actually really happy about that. I'm really happy I made a Sonic for this movie, because I'm really excited. I can't wait for about 3 hours. But yeah, these are... I also want to say I only made 2 figures because, well, actually, I may go back and make a 3rd figure now because Decent Customs spoiled the movie for me. So that's nice. But still watch his review. And also, Decent, this is a joke. I'm not really mad at you. And also, I don't want to make the cop. I hate making... Every time I make a normal minifigure, it looks terrible, and I hate it. So yeah, I didn't do that either. Tom Wachowski, I think is his name or whatever. But yeah, let's get into the video. Starting off is, of course, none other than the title character, the main character himself, our boy, Sonic the Hedgehog, who I was really excited to make. And I mean, I wasn't even going to make a Sonic for the games because I made a Sonic for Smash Bros. And I wasn't going to make one for the movie because I felt like I was really upset with the design. And so I wasn't even going to make any figures. But I'm glad they changed the design because that made me want to make this figure. And I'm so glad I did. But the head is completely sculpted. I was going to use the normal Sonic head again. But I was running out of time and didn't really have time to order another one. And I'm trying to order less pieces. And, I mean... I was just looking at it like I put my other one on here, and it just honestly, it looked kind of weird. Like it was a little big and just a little tall, and I mean, while he's a lot more cartoony in the new movie, his head is still a lot more squatty, a lot more realistic. So I figured I would sculpt an entire head. So it started off with basically a minifigure head, and then I sculpted this cheek bit, and then the nose, and then slicked it back and sculpted all of the spines and then sculpted the ears, and that used up about all my green stuff, and that's not even all the sculpting. But yeah, I think the head turned out really good. I was really scared about it. I do think that maybe this spine kind of annoys me, but that's really it. I think it looks really cool. A lot of people didn't even know that I sculpted this head, so that made me pretty happy. And then the eyes, I just painted how I did the other Sonic eyes for the Sonic characters. And then the mouth, I just did the little smirk there. For the torso, I took some sand coloring, I guess, and kind of dry brushed it on there to make it still look a little fuzzy. And all throughout this figure, I don't know how well you can see it, but there are light blue lines. So that way, it looks like he has fur, since he has fur in the movie, which is, interesting. But yeah, I dry brushed that part to make it look a little more hairy. And then the back of the torso, I sculpted on the spines and the tail. And then on his arms. I sculpted the top of his gloves. I was originally going to use what I usually use for the top of gloves. Is there a figure around here that has them? I don't think, oh, there's one. Basically, usually for the top of gloves, and I did this for my other Sonic, I will use studs, minifigure studs, like I did here for the whatever crossbones. But instead for this, I decided to sculpt them because I really wanted to make them look all puffy like they do in the game. And then for an accessory, I just gave him a ring, which I know everyone else is doing, but whatever. For the legs, you may not actually be able to tell this, but they are custom legs. I made them myself. Made some custom made legs because I was out and I didn't want to order any. But I probably should have anyways. But I mean, I wanted him to be shorter, and here's Monty the Minifig. He hasn't been in a video for a while, so it's good to see him again. Hello, Monty. But I really wanted him to be shorter than the average minifigure, and he still ended up just about as tall. I mean, maybe a little shorter. But yeah, he would have been a lot taller with normal minifigure legs. So basically, I took a normal minifigure leg, pulling Monty back out again, and I just cut it right under the round part here and a little bit above the foot, and just used some clay to stick it together. And then I made these custom mid legs, and they work pretty good. I was scared they wouldn't work well, but they actually do work pretty good. And then I put some E-tape on the top to be the puffy part. I was going to sculpt that as well, but I just felt like that wouldn't look as good with how tight Lego legs are together. And also, he's already having trouble, excuse me, kind of moving his his legs along. But yeah, his shoes have some pretty cool details. And yeah, that's it for Sonic. Next up is Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey version, who I'm so excited for in this movie because I'm a pretty big Jim Carrey fan, and my dad is also a really big Jim Carrey fan, and I'm really excited to see him be in a movie again. But yeah, I made the face. The face is fully custom, except for the eyes. They're normal Lego eyes. But I made the mouth and the eyebrows and the beard and the sides of the hair. And then the hair is fully sculpted, which I'm so proud of. I was originally going to use, if I can find one again, I just can't find any hair pieces today. Oh, excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. But I used just like kind of the Superman hair piece originally, which I think is what Mr. Fuzzy Lego was going to be using. But I just really didn't like how it worked. I felt like if it faced the opposite direction and the part was on this side, I would really like it, but it wasn't. So instead I made this fully custom one, which I am super duper proud of. Originally it didn't have this little hair here, and it was just like that, and I wasn't that happy with it, but I added that hair and a couple more details, and I think it looks really good, really Lego-y, which was kind of what I was looking for. And then just the sides of the hair and the bottom are painted on, since it's not supposed to be as thick as I made it, but whatever. I start making hair pieces and I get really carried away because I really enjoy doing it, even though it's super hard. But yeah, anyways, his torso I started making a paper jacket for, and because I mean, looking at the pictures, it looks a lot like that. But me and Fuzzy and some other people were all really scrambling trying to look for reference art, and I finally found some of the back, and I could see from the back that everything was actually connected. So it wasn't actually 3D, it just stuck out a little, which kind of was weird to me. So I ended up not making a 3D coat and instead just putting some E-tape on there. But yeah, I'm really proud of how all the dark red parts and light red parts and lines came out on him. I think it makes him look really cool. So like, for example, the entire leg there and up there is dark red, and then up there is kind of a pinkish color I made. And yeah, lots of little black details. And then I gave him some glove tops. I decided to. This is actually what I was talking about with Sonic. But yeah, I felt like that looked a lot like what he had in his movie outfit. And then the boots I actually had to make up myself, because I made up the design myself, because a lot of us looked for leg reference a whole ton, and I finally managed to get more reference than anyone else. That's all. So you can thank me for Decent and Fuzzy's amazing customs. And I mean, I don't know if, oh man, excuse me, I don't know if Moose is making one, but if he makes one, you can thank me for his too, because I found the amazing legs down to about there. So no one knew what his feet looked like. So I think all of us had to make up our own, and all kind of turned out looking the same. So I just gave it a silver buckle, and then did silver at the bottom. I was gonna do more details, but I didn't want to go over the top in case that isn't what it's like in the movie. And then just painted like the little parts above his leg, which I'm guessing are part of the boot. They could also be knee pads, but from what I saw, it looked like they were part of the boot. That's a hair. I think one or Twix's. That's a little weird. And yeah, I think that's about it for Dr. Eggman, or actually Robotnik. Sorry, please don't get offended. Whatever. Oh wait, actually no, it's not. It's not. Oh man, I nearly caught myself. But actually, so you may be wondering where his goggles are, and the thing is, I am too, because I was trying to find a way to put goggles on this hairpiece, but I couldn't. So instead, I just have an accessory of this other hairpiece that just goes on there. And look, he's wearing the goggles. See? So I didn't forget the goggles. See? Look, I didn't just get that off of a collectible minifigure a couple seconds ago. So yeah, that's it. That's actually it for Eggman. Thank you guys so much for watching this short little custom review of these figures. I'm super duper excited for this movie, and I probably use duper probably more times than any other YouTuber in existence. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my other Sonic videos. If you guys like this one, I'm really considering making more figures for the Sonic games. Maybe Amy, Rouge, I don't know. Just those are the two that come up to the top of my head. But I would like to make more of those, because I've had fun with all the Sonic figures I made recently. So yeah, just thanks for watching. Be sure to stick around if you want to see other custom reviews. I do those pretty often. I think I've done one every week since the year started. But yeah, so stay rootin', stay tootin', see the Sonic movie while it's in theaters. We gotta support it, because they listen to us. They listen to the internet, unlike anyone else ever in existence. So go see it, please, and have a very good day. Gotcha. Haha, got him.